Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio and welcome to Crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl Weekend Edition. Yay! All right, so happy weekend. Let's see, where do we begin? Well, how is everybody? Are you good? I hope everybody's well. I know so many of you, especially many of you YouTube makers, have come up with or come down with COVID. I hope you're all feeling better now and back on your feet and doing well. I know several of you are because I have, watched your videos and you said you're back to full strength. So yay, right? It's as good as it gets. So anyway, but then again, then I'll hear somebody else has it. So take care of yourselves, okay? I've been fighting real hard not to get it. Have my own health issues, so I don't need to add anything else on my plate. So anyway, hope everybody's good. Now, it's weekend crafting. I thought what I'd do is just show you a couple little things I've been doing, and then we would get busy and craft. Now, I'm working on, as many of you know, I started a portfolio. I don't have it decorated yet. I'm just getting towards maybe. This is the folio I've been working on. And I'm making things to fill the pockets plus the secondary folio, which I'll do, cover and do with whatever, doesn't fit in the first one. So, and then that will probably, go in there somehow. So anyway, what I'm working on are bits and pieces to go in this portfolio. And it's a fashion folio. So what I worked on, let me move these off to the side, part of our project. I made bits and pieces. Now you saw me do this in a past video. And I have decorated some bits and pieces. I've decorated up the ones that I hadn't done yet, right? So that one's just going to stay like that. So you can write on it. This one's double-sided and it has a card over here. And, it's decorated. I might have done that in the last video. I honestly don't remember. This was another one I made exactly like this one, only it had the belly band in the back. And I have since decorated it all up and filled it with some cards that, I've just added a little bling to and non-bling, so you could write on it or, whatever you want to do. But anyway, there's that. And I'm going to put this back in here before I forget. It's a very tight pocket, I will say. So, and I fill some loose, the pearls aren't loose, the lace underneath the pearls are loose. So let's put that back on there. Good time to do it. When you're showing it off, if you feel like, wow, something isn't sticking, you can go and fix it immediately. There we are. Okay. So we're just doing random crafting today, but I actually have a project, well, I'm going to try to do, we'll see. So we have that one done. And then this one was just a junk envelope that I cut the top of and glued it on the back. And I've made little, here's a pocket here. I do need to put something in that pocket, I just realized. And I put a button card in here. There are two pockets here if I want to fill both or not. There's another button card on this side. I have a little button card down here. But I do need something there, so I'll have to pay attention to that. And then this is just made out of a 3x5 index card that I decorated. So these are for this, and I am thinking that these bigger ones can go in the big pocket here. I'm hoping they're going to fit in there. Yeah, they are. And then, like this one would be great in here. I think if I can get it in, I put it in upside down because it's easier on the bits. And then this one could go maybe down here. Will it fit? No, it's too big. So I also have a belly band that I could put that into, maybe. I'll have to see. Yep. So we're starting to get goodies in here. And it is going to be a fairly full folio, right? Oh, yes. And then I made this one, which now I don't think is going to fit. This is a sampler book. It's a fabric swatch book, and I made this more of a lace swatch book. And It's got all bits and pieces of laces and bling and bows and umbrella, you know, all things that she would maybe have in her trousseau, a future bride and or young lady of that era. I would say this was probably 1818 was the era for these gowns and clothes. So isn't that pretty? It came out real pretty. And what I made that with is 2 of these index cards. I made a booklet out of that. Now this one I closed it and made a pocket. But using index cards of any kind, any color, whatever you have in your stash, or if you don't have some, I believe we have index cards, tabbed index cards in the shop. I think we have some. I'm not positive. You'll have to go look. See what's in the shop if you need index cards to make something like this. But what I thought I would show you is that I have 2 index cards here, and I thought that they would make, let me see, now it's no matter what I do, it's going to be like that. So I can have it like that or like that, kind of like that. And the way you make one of these little folders is you get yourself, I have matching scotch tape, masking tape. And to make these little folders, because they're nice and sturdy, really, these index cards are cool. I think my index cards are vintage. I got them well, they were in my stash, but I've also picked them up at Goodwill, someplace like that. I mean, you know, estate sales, garage sales. Oh, I didn't make that long enough, but we can do that. And then what we can do is we can do this side. I'm going to make this longer on purpose. And you want to put your tape on both sides. Try to center it if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. And then just fold it over because that gets that edge that you missed. And then when you cover it, you don't see the tape in the middle at all. And then I put some lace there because it's close enough, right? So there's nothing sticky. So now you have yourself a lovely folder. If you didn't want a folder, you could just glue it on each side and make yourself a pocket. There we go. Make yourself a pocket. Okay, so you can do either one. So that's our first craft with me. And craft with me because I'm not teaching anything. I'm just showing you some things that I've made and maybe a little bit of how I made them. You know, this one's good. I hear hubby's home from the grocery store. So we'll have lunch after my video. I'm going to set those aside. So that's how I made this darling little folder. Isn't that darling? Now, I don't think that's going to fit in my folio anywhere. Maybe. No. But, again, it may fit in the back here in the belly band. But I'm going to take these out first because that's going to be easier to see what the heck I'm doing. I think it's too long for the belly band. Yeah, it's too long for the belly band. Let's see, you get in there like you're supposed to. I could probably put one more small something like that in the belly band. And then, you know, something in there. And then this, I would say, is going to start maybe heading for anything else I make. Some of the other things I might make would head into this folder here. Yep. Can't be any wider than that. That's for sure. That's pretty wide. Let me see. Is that going to fit in there? Oh, it fits in here. All right. So this one would definitely fit into this folio. And they are going to go together, you know, somewhere in here. I'm not sure where this... I was originally going to put it into that pocket. But I don't think I am now because... Oh, maybe. Maybe... I gotta cover this still. I don't know. Yeah, I just think that's gonna be not gonna work. All right, well, we'll figure this out. So I need to definitely have my pieces a lot flatter. I thought I could, you know, make things pretty bumpy, but maybe not. All right, so we've got this one goes in there, that goes in there. Then these two are already going in here. So I really don't have room for a ton, but what I'm going to make today, hopefully I need to keep in mind, I need to keep them not too bumpy. All right, so we've got those. All right. So today we're going to work on some more fashion sampler cards. And I was looking around for some kind of substrate. And I thought, well, yeah, I could use tabbed index cards, but I have done I was looking at my old videos, and I've done a number of videos where I used playing cards, both small and large. These are the jumbo playing cards here. These are these large playing cards. I have both sizes, but with the images I want to use, I decided to use the larger playing card. Okay, so let's use those. And I don't think it's going to do me any good to ink them because I'm going to cover them. So let's see. I'll try inking them. I'm not sure that it's going to show, but we can try that. So how is everybody? What are you guys up to? Anything exciting? Fall. Wow, it's first day of fall was the 23rd. So we are now officially in fall, no more summer. Although here it was 102 the other day, last Monday, and stayed in the 80s and 90s. And then we got a thunder lightning storm, which we don't get here. In all the years we've lived here, over 35 years, I can count on one hand the number of thunder and lightning storms we've had that were, you could tell, right? And we had one the other night, 2 nights ago, and oh my gosh. I was dozing, and one bolt of lightning hit the ground very close by, shook the house, the bed, everything. And when you're in a 2-story house, you hear and feel things so much more than someone who is in a single-story house. Although, I would imagine if lightning hit close to your house, it wouldn't matter what floor you're on. So it was crazy. It was all night long. I didn't get any sleep. Oh my goodness. It was just nuts. Not used to that. Scared me to death. Scared the cats. Text my daughter, you guys okay over there? I want to make sure they had not been hit by lightning. I have a bunch of tissue that stuff came wrapped in. This is all pattern tissue. And I want to use it, but I don't really want that line in it. Can I get one out of this? Maybe. No. You know what? Hold on a minute. I grabbed it, but I didn't check. I just grabbed a fistful, but I didn't look. I have tons and tons of it. No worries. One sec. Okay. Here we go. I was kind of wanting to use a little bit darker one, but not this one. Okay. I'll put that away after the video. I always get journals wrapped in this. It's great. I don't even have to buy the patterns anymore. I used to have to buy, oh wait, that's regular tissue. I want this little bit darker tissue. I might have enough over here. Let me do this. Let's get it as a seamstress. It hurts me to use it, but it's also fabulous. So it's like, well, get over it. It's not something you made. Someone gave this to you, so just use it, right? Just cut it up. You don't know what it was or what it was meant to be. I know it looked like a blouse. It looks like it's a shirt. Shirt back. Size 12. Okay. So, now a lot of ladies like to use Mod Podge. I am not one of them. I do not like to work with Mod Podge. I've had no success with that particular substrate. So I use a glue stick. And I've been doing it this way for about 6 years. And it works very well. I don't like the stickiness of Mod Podge. And sometimes it gets shiny even when it says it's going to be, what's the word? Matte. And it's never matte finish the way I want it to be. So I don't want that black line on there. I'm trying to, there, it looks like I got it. You could use a little brush, a light brush to brush this on. Gently use your, some kind of something to mat it down with. If it didn't stick, go back and add some more. You can see, now what's happening is the glue, which is nice, is activating the Distress ink, and it's giving us this really cool color underneath. Oh, I do love that. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna see if I can get another one out of this. I think I can. I want to do 7 or 8 of these, 8 or 9, because I want to use every image that's in the kit that I'm using, which is from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and it is her fashion plate kit, I believe it's called. Again, it's Shabby Dabby Doodah on Etsy, and she has a gorgeous set of ladies that I'm using here for this particular project. Let me get that on there. And we're going to kind of mass make these. Now, if you do not have any pattern tissue, this is just sort of a beige tissue that someone sent something to me, and they just filled the entire box full of this tissue. So you could use either one, right? If you don't have pattern tissue, just get some tan tissue at Target or Kmart or whatever stores you have available to you. Maybe even Dollar Tree has it in their wrapping section. I'm not sure, their party. Oh, more sirens. Wouldn't be one of my videos without them. And I always say that because it's true. We'll cut this all off in a minute. Okay, there we go. And let's do itchy. Let's get these all covered. Should only take a couple minutes. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I decided to give it a shot. I really couldn't think of anything I wanted to do, but then I remembered you have this portfolio you need to get done. Make a few more pieces for it, get the covers done, and then put everything together and see what you still need, right? So I figured, okay, I'll do that. And I did honestly see Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. She was doing playing cards, which she's done a number of times, as have I, as has Gail. All of us do a playing card at one time or another in different ways. And I think, honestly, I think the first person was either Tina or Amy at Crafty Cat. She likes to cover her playing cards with tissue. And I love pattern tissue. It's like my favorite thing to use. But I use a lot of napkins too. Usually I do a lot of napkins, or I do printed napkins or plain. And I also like to cover, let's see, the tissue, and then just regular tissue paper like I just showed you. So there's quite a few. Yeah, let's just, we only have a couple more. I have an image for every one of these that you see me doing. I don't know that they'll all get done today, because I don't know how much energy I have. I wasn't going to do a video because, one, I have my mojo for journal making and ephemera has been 0 lately. Honestly, just 0. So I have not been up to doing any crafting videos. Also, I've been having issues with some of my medical stuff, and it's been keeping me pretty much out of commission for, really talking or conversing with anybody. I've been having a ton of jaw pain. I do have severe TMJ, and it also creates migraines. So I think that's what's happening right now, but I think it's also triggered by my other medical conditions. So I have not been up to doing any videos. And I thought, well, let's go. Let's try it. There's going to be corners I miss, and that's okay. I'll glue it down or I won't. You know what I mean? We don't have to. One more. Can I get one more? Yeah, I can. Yay. Oh, I got lucky. Woohoo. It won't go that way, but it'll go the other way. Oh, I made myself a big sticky spot, which I don't want, because with that sticky spot comes ripped papers. This is just some water. There we go. see if that'll do it. Yeah, I think that got it off. Yep. That's the nice thing about glue stick. It is water reactive along with some of the other things that we use, right? So let's get one more of these done. I'm almost out of this glue stick. I've got another one on the desk here in case this one decides it's done. I have to tell you, this little mat is amazing. I wash and wash and wash it in the sink, and it just, I've had it for a year. I made it years ago, and I sell them in the shop periodically. If anybody needs one, let me know, and I'll make a batch for you. I think I put a couple together. You can usually get a couple from me in a set. I can't remember what the set used to be. I'd have to ask Jolene how many I put in a set. And usually they're photos of my photos that I put on them. So they're not something you'll find anywhere else, but they work great for gluing on, I have to say. Let's go here. They're a little sticky, so we're going to have to do a little cleaning on these cards, I think. Now, you're wondering about the back side. And I would say that the thing we would want to do with the back side is put maybe some coffee dyed strips, plain paper on the back so we could write on them. Because I really don't want to keep them red on that back side. So that might be once we get these cut out. I could rip this tissue, but I'm not going to because with my luck, it would pull them off and rip it in a way that I don't want it. Okay, let's get rid of, I'm not going to throw that away because all of this is usable. So I'll put that on my, oh goodness. Hold on. Let's put that up on my side counter there, and I'll put that all away after the video. I've got such a pile going. Oh, the studio's getting worse, not better. I don't know. All right. If you put a hole in there, you can certainly just take a scrap. I'm probably going to put an image over that, but who knows, right? Just scrap it with some glue. If it's not sticking to you. Of course, it would help if you actually covered up that spot. There we go. There. Okay. So, it's covered. Okay. That happens. Ouch. Now, I don't know what scissors. If I want to use my big scissors or my little scissors, but you could rip this off. I just don't want to take a chance and make myself a mess. I don't need it to be super neat. I just want it to be kind of a little less shaggy than that. Shabby's fine, but what I'm working with, as you can see here, there's not a lot of shabby in what I'm doing. It's very neat and clean, and you can, when this dries, you can file it off with a nail file or a little sanding block. You know what, if you have something, I have the Tim Holtz sanders, little sanding things, which I will dig out, but I don't want to use it right now because it's wet. You know, that I'm just going to create a muck of mess that I don't want. Muck and mess, I believe, are the same thing. So anyway, the other night we had the worst lightning and thunder. It scared me so bad. I was really scared. What I was worried about was lightning hitting the house. I said to my husband, what happens if lightning hits the house? He goes, well, assuming we survive the strike, we'll probably have a fire. Oh, that made me feel so good. We don't live in a state or a city that gets a lot of that. So I didn't really know what happens if it hits your house. I assume nothing good, right? So I was terrified. I'm a California girl. Give me an earthquake any day of the week. I know what to do with that. Thunder and lightning. Lightning? No, don't have a clue. Tornado? Don't have a clue. Well, I have been to Kansas during thunder and lightning storms. We went to the basement. So which has rubber mats on the floor. So, you know, I felt safe there to a certain extent. Now see how much darker that got. Now I do like the white, But for this particular project, I thought, well, let's make it, we want these to look like old samplers, you know. I don't know, they may be too dark. If I wanted to keep it lighter, don't ink it, right? Don't pre-ink the card. If you want to keep a light base. If you're doing something grungy, this is perfect. If you're doing botanicals, this is perfect. This is perfect for botanical cards. So if you're working on a botanical journal, Christmas, this would be great with Christmas images on them. I did do a Christmas one in my 50 stack challenge. Now, I haven't had time to do 7 and 8 on my 50 stack challenge. Like I said, I've been pretty much bed bound or couch bound or chair bound. Oh, the exciting news, we did get our new furniture. Loved it. But one of the recliners out of the 4, because they're reclining couches and a reclining love seat. On the big couch, one of the recliners was very clunky, and we couldn't figure out what the problem was. It worked fine as long as you didn't sit in it. Well, it was missing a spring, kind of like the undercarriage of your car. And so we could not, we bought it through Amazon because we couldn't find furniture anywhere. And of course they guarantee, and they said, well, you can return the couch or you can keep it, or we'll give you a discount so you can get it fixed. And my husband says, oh, I'll just call the company, you know, I'll get on their website and I'll call the company. Well, first of all, the website was horrible, very hard to use, couldn't navigate it, finally figured it out. Sent them messages, sent them photos. They said, oh, we can't see in the photo. So he sends them a very clear photo. And they said, oh, well, we'll have to talk to our manufacturing department. So we were not happy. But being that my husband and Joe are the men that they are, they got on YouTube. They figured out, turned the couch over together, got in the back there, measured the springs, ordered a set. The first set were too short. The second set were too long. Third set was just right. So he and Joe, Greg and Joe, Joe's our neighbor, our best bud, help put our floors in. You know, he and Greg do a lot of projects together. They're cute. They fixed it, and it now works beautifully. So, because when it came, it had cardboard around it, but it wasn't in like in a box. It was like I don't know, they just kind of make the box around the couch, I guess, to ship it. So we couldn't send it back, not easily, and not without a lot of hassle. So, I mean, Amazon's great. They said, send it back, but we're like, how? How do we send this back? Well, we'll have to contact the manufacturer, which we found out was just a joke and a half. So these guys fixed it. We now have 2 brand new beautiful couches that have recliners on them on each end of the couches. And they're in an L shape right now in our family room. So yesterday I was not well, so I had my iPad and my cats. And I decided I didn't want to get the couch dirty in any way, shape, or form. So I got out what did you call it? Down-filled comforter, folded it in half, put it on the recliner, reclined it, and then my legs were cold, so I had my hubby give me my favorite blankie. Well, the minute I did that, 2 cats, one on my side. She started my lap, but she moved to my side. And then Tom decided, oh, I'm going to lay on her legs. So that's pretty much where we spent the afternoon. I napped and they napped and we were happy campers, and Greg watched some football or whatever he was doing. So it was a good day on the new recliner. So that was quite fun. So then in the evening, I was laying on the recliner, and Misty, I was kind of somewhat on my side. She curled up behind my knees. She jumped up and curled up behind me. So I'd say the recliner's a hit with all of us. Very happy we got it. Pretty much spent my day there. So got tired of being up in the library. So it was nice to be downstairs with hubby and just chilling and resting. Trying to catch up on the sleep I missed during the storm. Not a lot of eventful things going on. The guys worked on a neighbor's roof yesterday. He's been attacked by pigeons. No, I mean not pigeons. Doves have taken over. Well, doves and pigeons have taken over his roof. So Joe and Greg were on the neighbor's roof yesterday. Neither one of them should be up there. These guys are in their 60s, for gosh sakes. Anyway, they're up on the roof and they put up some great screens to keep the birds out of the fireplace chimney, and they put up like sparkly things that blow in the wind and keep supposed to scare them away, and they put up some fake owls, so we'll see if that keeps them off the roof. We put screens in all of our corners too, where the doves and the pigeons like to make a nest. Some years we've let them build up there, but it was getting to be so messy down the side of the wall and all over on the sidewalk, and yuck. So we said, well, we kind of have to discourage us. Mainly we let them do it the year the neighbor took down all the trees because there wasn't any place for them to nest, and they come back to the same place every year. So it's really felt bad. So, you know, soft-hearted me is like, oh, no, let them just build a nest. Well, then that made a huge mess. I don't know. I think I might have got these too grungy, honestly. I probably should have gone with lighter tissue or something. I think I've gotten them too grungy for this project. Ah! Yeah, these seem a bit more grungy than I would like. I'll get my images out in a minute and see if I still want to use these or whether I want to put them aside for... Well, I believe one of the prompts for Amy's 50 stack challenge this week was grungy. I would say that fits it. All right. So I have a lot of these images. Let's say dolls. Well, I don't know. What I'm concerned about is having it go with, because what I was thinking is these are smaller. So I thought maybe they would fit down here or in the belly band. And they do fit, but I just don't feel like they're dark. They don't really go with everything. But maybe if I had lace and bows and things, I wouldn't notice. But I want them to be sample cards. Does that make sense? It's not like I don't have more playing cards, really. One second. Don't go anywhere. I'm just grabbing some lighter tissue that I have, just kind of that's laying around in my scraps. I've got some lighter, I always, things that I buy on Etsy, I always get great tissue. Let's just try one lighter one and see. I've got gold, I've got polka dot. Oh, there's some gold polka dot. Okay, let's see if any of that might look good on a playing card. Because sometimes you do a project and you get done and you go, oh, oops. I think I have an oops. These are cool though. So now you know how to make some really grungy, dark, vintage, antique playing cards, which those would be great with Christmas images, wouldn't they? Yes, yes, yes. Well, let's try one. Let's get... Okay, now the question is, I need to get this open, and I need to not damage it so that I can use it. There's a lot of layers here. I don't know, guys. She did a good job of sealing it up. And this is just the right sizes. So maybe if I... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's all right. Those fit on there? They will. Okay, phew. I was thinking, oh no, did I just mess up? No, I think it'll be okay. I'm cutting this packaging apart is what I'm doing. There, that's what I was hoping to do. Exactly. Okay. Oh, I've got lots of lovely layers to play with now. All right. Okay, that worked. Okay. Now I know that works. I know what to do. It's funny. I've been missing the garbage can below me, and there's like an old magazine rack behind it that's full of stuff, projects. And not project, what do you call it? Digitals and digital folders and for words and things. Anyway, it's storage. Well, there's a little gap in it. So apparently I've missed the garbage. It's been going in and filled up the gap. And I said, honey, is there stuff in there? And he goes, I go, a little bit of stuff in there. He goes, not a little bit, honey, a whole lot. So he's teasing me. He goes, you know, that's not the garbage, right? I said, well, apparently not. Apparently. I was filling up one of my storage containers behind the garbage can. This is directly behind it, under my desk. So apparently as I was just tossing it under there blindly, I was making a big mess. I'll see, that's better. We didn't add any ink. We didn't add any, oh my gosh. I don't really have a wet one. I forgot to grab one. So what I do is I take a dry one and I get it wet because I need to get that glue off of there. That's why I always have a little spray bottle on my desk, because I don't have water in my room, obviously. And then can get it wet and make it half wet. My fingers are so sticky, sticking to the playing card. Gosh, okay. Difficulties. The struggle is real. All right. Well, I want to use the black. I don't want to use the red because it clashes with the colors I'm working with, and I don't want to use those. I might have to, though. I don't have that many. Didn't want to use the aces, but I may have to. Let's see. We'll just make a few. I'm not going to make them all like I was going to, because now I've taken up my time. I'll just do a couple for you, and then I'll finish them off screen and come back and show you another time. So let's, oh, it's gotten sticky is what it is. Let me get rid of that one. It's got to go down to the sink. I take it to the sink every few days and give it a good cleaning. Depends on how much I use it. Let's just, of course, I always like to glue right in the middle. This is just about out. I want to get a lot of glue on there. I like the littler one because I can just set it off to the side easily. That one takes up a bit more space. This is a copper colored one, which I thought would be pretty with their dresses. Yeah. Yes, I think that goes better with my project that I'm doing. Let's do another one. If I'd put that on more careful, I could have got 3 out of that. What was I thinking? I get my... I'm waiting for my glue stick to come apart here. I could probably get something smaller there. I like them wrinkly. I don't want them to be straight. You know, I want them to be kind of messy. All right. So we've got 3. I doubt we're going to get 3 done at this point now. I know I do a longer video on Saturday, but I didn't really plan on doing a long video today just because I'm not 100%, but I'm doing my best. So... And honestly, the more I talk, the more my jaw hurts, so. Great for weight loss, though. Can't really chew. Just think how skinny I'll be. This keeps up. Now, I feel like the card on the back side, it's waxed, so I just feel like it's really sticky. So kind of wiping it off. Although it will be great for, okay, it'll be great for, excuse me, I might get a wet one. I'm just tired of trying to fake that wet one, just not cutting it. There we go. It's not taking the glue off my fingers. All right. Of course, now I need a dry one, right? Okay. There we go. That's better. I felt like my fingers were just making everything that wasn't sticky, front and back, right? And I don't need that. Oops, I just cut my card. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's all right. That cut much easier than I thought. Okay. I'm going to have a lot of tissue to put away, aren't I? I just realized that's very wet. Beautiful day today. It's about 72 right now. It's supposed to go to 82. We'll see. I'm hoping with all the rain we've had, we don't get the 82 that I was dreading. I want to keep it a little bit cooler. It's just crazy. Okay, let's do this one. For a minute, I thought I put that on backwards. I was like, no, no. Gosh, I'm hungry. Hopefully hubby found, I have a pasta salad I really like, antipasta salad, in the deli at the grocery store, and he usually will bring that on shopping day. Bring me a salad for lunch. Salami, olives, you know, artichoke hearts, yum. My favorite. So hopefully there was some there. We're getting in the out of summer. When summer's gone, it seems like you can't get it. Don't ask me why. I mean, I'll eat it any time of the year. I don't know. Okay. There. That is a completely different look than that, right? Okay. I'm going to move that for the moment. I got sticky scissors. Boy, do I have sticky scissors. They are going to be difficult to cut with if I leave them like that. So let's clean them up just a little bit. I don't want them wet. Okay. That should help a lot. All right. Now, back to the original idea of what we were doing here. What I want to do is I want to put these lovely ladies on here. And I am thinking I want to use my sponge sugar, not the other one. And I want to ink this. And I may go back and re-round these edges to give them a look that I want. Now, I want to add some words or something to this. So what I was thinking is, this pink isn't going to work. It's too light. So I think I'm going to use my little French stamp, my little French words, high definition stamp. And I just want to put some like words down the side, maybe on the top. Something like that. Yeah, okay. Let's do this one too. Let me ink this first. You guys ever watch that show, High Potential? It's really good. It's on the regular TV, not Netflix or anything. It's about, she was a janitor, but she's super high functioning. She's got 160 IQ, and she helps the police solve crimes. It's been pretty good. It's back on again for the year. I really enjoy watching it. Haven't found much else that's been really great to watch. Let's see, did I talk about the movie with the Thursday Murder Club with Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren? Oh, that's so good. That was a good one too. Actually, I want to watch it again. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think I would get, you know, sometimes when you rewatch something, you get more, you see more things. Okay, I'm just fixing these corners because I've made a complete and total mess out of them. I have the air conditioners on. It's making my nose run. I don't know why it's on at 72, but maybe it's gotten warmer since I started the video. It might have heated up quite a bit outside. Because it'll jump from like 60 to 80 in like 30 minutes. We're still having summer here. I don't get to have fall in California. That's the one season I do miss. Okay, that was weird. Stuff just flew to the floor and I wasn't even moving. As you guys saw me, I was doing this. Weird. Okay. Just add a little something to these cards. Like I said, we're just going to do the 3 for right now. And I think I'll start with one of these. I think I've been trying to put it on this gold one. I think I like it on that. I don't know. Let's see. These are all the different images. Oh, I have 2 of these. I don't need 2. I need 1. Where's my other ones? I had 7 images. Where did the others go? Oh, there's one. Okay. I'll have to cut some of these down because they are too big for the cards. But yeah, I think the pinks look good. Do we want to put the bride on the gold? No, she looks better on the pink. So we'll keep those over there. These I will make later. I don't feel like I need all of this. So let me grab my little cutter. Okay. And of course, I want to round the edges. And do you guys have these? My little handles come off periodically. It's crazy. I'm always having to put them back on. I have been crafting a little bit. I showed you the pieces I made earlier that go in the portfolio, but I've also been doing some Christmas gift crafting. Kind of like that. Kind of want to rough up the edges a bit. I do have the Tim Holtz tool, but I don't really, I'm not that excited about it. Sometimes just a pair of scissors that you can open up all the way, you can rough the edge just a little bit, then it will pick up the color. Ugh, making a mess, aren't I? Well, you know you're not crafting unless you got a mess. So when I get this lady done here, I will show you what else I've been working on. Because that's what this video is about. It's just sharing, inviting you into my studio to play, do a little chatting, hang out. It's not a how-to video. If you figure out how to do something on here, great. You learn something, I'm always thrilled for that. Yeah, that's better. That's so much better. All right. Yes, I'm happy with that. All right, now, before I do anything here, I wanted to show you what else I've been doing. Where did I do with it? Where did I put it? I said, oh, I'll put it here so I can find it easily so I can share with you guys what I made or been making. Oh, I probably threw everything on top of it. Yes, I did. Well, my goodness. Okay, one sec. I just threw all that tissue, remember we were working with, on top of it. I have been making stuff for the shop. These are pens and pen holders for Christmas gifts for you to use. That one, where did its tag go? Must have fallen off. I'll have to go find it. Okay, I'll just show you this one. So, you get three Christmas pens. Each one is different. You get this lovely holder. You get a little dangle and a bell, and you get a tag, a for you, to from tag for you to put on the gift of the person that you're, whether it's going in a stocking, wrapping in a tissue, put it in a stocking, or for your best girlfriend, or a happy mail. It is not a flat mail, that won't work, but you know, some little happy mail that you want to send to a girlfriend. So these are going to be for sale in our shop at a really good price. So I have all different ones that I have been making. Okay, so they're losing their tags is the problem. Where did that tag drop out at? I'll find it. It's here somewhere. And we have that one. And we have this one. I figure as I'm, you know, everybody gets a little tag to go with it. A little thank you tag, like a to from tag. Okay. So these are all the different ones I have been making. I've been having such a good time. Oh, you know why that one doesn't have one? Because I think that's my sample. But if it's not, I'll just go get another tag. I have a bunch of them. So you can see I have all these lovely, fun pen holders that are great for stocking stuffers. We're going to be putting them into the shop. They may already be in the shop when you see this video. I'm not sure. Depends on what kind of day I had, whether or not I was able to get it in there. But yeah, that one's missing its tag. I'll have to go find it. Or I didn't make one because, like I said, it might have been my sample. So this is what I've been doing. A lot of cutting and pasting and figuring out what goes with what. All the pens are different in each set. You know, each set is very different as to what kind of pen it has. The pictures in the Etsy listing will show you. So that's what's been happening in my world, what I've been working on. I've also got other goodies that are going to get listed in the shop. Because I also, when I make stuff, I also have to come up with some kind of a thank you gift. So it's kind of a process for me, you know. It takes some time. But I love making them. They're fun. I had a really good time making those. And I can just sit quietly. I'm wondering if I pulled that tag off. Yes, I did. I knew it. I figured, remember I dumped everything on top and then I pulled it back off? Well, there's the tag. I figured that's what it was. See, there's the tag. Got it. Okay, I'll just go lay it on there and I'll put it back on in a little bit. So that's what I've been doing. Let's get back to this. And I'm thinking I need my scrap buckets and all my scraps for this. I think I'll just glue it in the middle and then I'll figure out, you know, once I haven't been in here doing a lot of gluing. I haven't used all my glues for a few days. I did use this one though when I was making those pens and pen holders. It took some time. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of leave the edges not quite down all the way in case I want to tuck lace or paper or something underneath. But I'm going to kind of center it. Not perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. But I will want to add some kind of lace or little ruffle bit or something along the edge. So I'm going through here to see what do I have. These are all bigger, I mean, they're scraps, but they're bigger pieces. You know what I mean? They're not, That's the wrong pink. That is not the right pink. Okay. I've got some, I'm looking for some smaller edged pink. I don't have a lot of narrow pink. I mean, I have some, but I use it, go through it very quickly. Oh, I don't have a lot. I really don't. I don't know. Or it's all, it's in projects, you know what I mean? It's gotten put in to project boxes, and someday when I empty all those project boxes, I will find the rest of my stuff, right? One second, I just bent down too. I wanted to see, I have some like little boxes of stuff. Whoops, sorry. Oh my goodness. It's hard to find pale pink sometimes, right? I'm kind of grabbing my pink scrap boxes. That's kind of fluffy. I'm worried about it putting into pockets. That one. Oh, this is a good color pink for this. I think I want that on the bottom maybe. Okay. Yeah. Let's put that on there. Cut this. Well, I've now got 3 pairs of scissors on the desk, so we know we're crafting away, right? Okay, I think I'm going to put some glue here. I'm going to check time just to see where I'm at. Meaning, how long have I been crafting? Someone made a remark about, why do you have to check the time? Well, because I need to know how long I've been crafting. I know I'm getting tired, and I don't want a 6-hour video. Neither you or me want a 6-hour video, I'm sure. And I'm making this on Friday for Saturday because Tim Holtz has a live on Saturday, and I have a class with Tim Holtz on Sunday using a kit that I purchased for Septemberfest. Or I think, what's it called? Septemberfest? I forget what it's called. Something. Stamp Timber. That's it. Through Simon Says and Tim Holtz. And he is doing a master class. So I am taking that on Sunday. So I'll be crafting with Tim on Sunday. I hope I feel good enough to do it. But I can go back and watch it anytime for at least a year. It does not want to stay on. Okay, I'm going to have to use my other glue, which is trashing my nails, so I'll be taking this polish off after the video. Okay. It's hard to ruffle. I mean, I really, if I can't get it to ruffle with the glue stick, and if for some reason it doesn't want to ruffle with this, I may have to get out my glue gun, which then I would have to finish this off because it won't heat up in time, I don't think. So yeah, I have an exciting crafty weekend coming for me. While you guys are looking at this one, I'll be checking out Tim's video Saturday, and then I believe it's a watercolor class with Tim, which I'm very excited about. I've always wanted to learn to watercolor. He's not a traditional watercolorist, so it's fun to see how a mixed media water artist his rendition of watercolor. Okay, so we're at 58, so we're at an hour. Well, I'm sure I can finish this. So let's, at least this one. Let's grab some pearls. Hopefully Greg fed the cats. He said he would pick up lunch. It's on Fridays. He picks up lunch for us. Sometimes it's Togo. Sometimes that's a sandwich shop, California. Sometimes it's Subway, Panera. I get some very good lunches from Panera. Again, that's a lunch chain here. I want, like, I think a bow or something up there. Not a really big bow, but, or a flower or something somewhat flat. Yeah, like that. That's pretty. It's very pale, though. That ended up being more pale than I wanted. But I think that would look good over there. Yeah. Oh, but these are supposed to be samples, right? So, okay, there's one sample. There's lace there. Well, it's a fashion sampler, so I guess the outfit is the sampler, right? Because that lace actually matches the lace under there. So, yeah, there's a sampler and there's a bow. And I don't know what else we need. Just crawling up my arm there. Now, I'm wondering, I have these sampler cards. It says fabric swatches, but it's not really, I'm not using the swatches. I do have the swatch book. It's supposed to be a fashion sampler, so I would want fashion. And I have fashion words. Jolene made a ton of them for me. So, forgot about that. I'm going to get some water while I'm reaching. She made these in a couple colors. So, yeah, I have words. Yes, yes. Sorry about the sniffles. Air conditioner's playing havoc. Okay, we can add kind of like that there. Let's put that down there. There. And I feel like it needs something else up there. What if I do a little rose? Put my little rose up there. Now, do I want to do that in like a pink or brown? That pink won't show. I already tried that before and I know it doesn't work. Let's do this. There, that kind of, instead of putting one of my acrylic roses on there, I'll just do a stamp. I feel like it needs more pearls because everything is just drowned in pearls on this particular project. So let's add some pearls up there. I don't know. Are these going to stick? I'll check. If they don't, I'll glue them. That's not dry. All right, so we got one fashion card using our playing cards. I'm really liking that. I don't think I would have liked it in that. So now I have a set of grungy cards. So one of those will be for the Amy Crafty Cat 50 stack challenge that I'm working on. Now, where'd my other ones go that we finished? What did I do with those? Oh, there they are. I'll finish these later. Get these off my desk. I got too much going here and it's starting to confuse me. Okay, let's do our bride. Maybe we should do our bride. So, do I want the bride? And let's just do the 5. And she's pretty well reduce down, but I'm going to take a little more off her side, even if I have to cut into her gown a bit. There we go. And let's see, on this other one, where's the one I just did? It's the one I just finished. Oh. I don't think I need the words down here, so I'm actually going to cut this down one more. And I save these little words, and I use them in my work, so I'm not going to get rid of those, that's for sure. I just have to find the envelope they came out of because I don't want to lose that. And then I'm going to do the edges because we want to make it smaller. And I'm thinking I want something underneath her, right? Paper or something. This is just to give this card a little age so it doesn't look quite so new. Still my favorite pink, always will be. I don't think anything's ever going to replace the pink dioxide spun sugar. All right, so she's going to go on there, but I really feel like she needs some lace or something behind her. I would say probably something more white or creamy, which of course I have here. What if we put just a little bit of lace behind her so she looks more wedding-ish? Okay, let me get... Gosh, I keep losing my place. Here, let me just cut it here. Then there is a right side and a wrong side to this, and an up and a down. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll be pretty. Okay. So, if you are doing something that is botanical, of course you can use papers behind it, a book page. You don't have to use lace because maybe you're doing a more botanical look, or you're doing Christmas. I did the tree piece with a card, but come on, you. Let's not pretend we did. Yeah, I filled up this bottle so I wouldn't have to squeeze really hard because my hands are super sensitive right now. I am starving, guys. I cannot wait. I don't know what we're having for lunch. To think, what do we usually get at Panera? We've got some stuff that we've been getting from there that we really like. Got a couple of sandwiches that are good, salads, all healthy, good food. Okay, that's a scrap that'll go in my little scraps, and I use those when I need just a bit of something, but I don't want a whole lot of anything. Okay, now I need a whole lot here. All right. Now I have 4 pairs of scissors on my desk. We really are having a good time, aren't we? Crazy, 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 crazy. All right. So I think what I'll do is for this one, I'm going to put the pearls across the bottom and the top. These are super sticky. When you put them down on paper, the minute they're down, they're down. There's no picking them back up without ruining the pearls. So, you know, you gotta just make your decisions and go for it. Do I want the whole thing or do I just want a piece of it? Probably the whole thing because it's a bride, right? I don't think I have anything that says bridal, but I might have something that says lace or satin or something like that. We'll see. Well, actually, I know I'm going to want to use one of these. I think we sold or sell this in a long string in the shop. I'm not sure. I can't remember if we still do or if it's all sold out. You have to go look and see because these are come in long strips and I cut them down and I thought we had these in the shop, but as I tell you in every video, that sometimes what was in there, maybe even the day I do the video, but the next day by the time the video actually is up, it's something could sell out. And if we don't have any more, we don't restock it until it either comes in or if it's sold out, then it doesn't come back. We can't get it. I have to say, with all of the things going on with shipping and tariffs and stuff, that there's a lot of stuff we can't get right now. So we'll just have to see how we're going to do or whether we're going to end up having to close the shop. We'll have to see. Okay, so she's a bride, but I feel like we need a word on there. Let's see. Lace, satin. Well, this gown has a lot of lace, so maybe we'll use the word lace. And these words are from a Jewel Design, and you will find them in our shop. They come in a couple of colors. I was looking to see if I had them all. Yeah, they're definitely in her shop. Well, they were. They should still be. I think she put all of her words back in. You know, she closed her shop for a while when we were having problems with being able to sell digitals to Europe. And that got straightened out, and then we had another issue. So it's like, oh my goodness. Maybe I'll just put lace at the very top, right in the middle. I never do that, but maybe this one time. Now, I have little bits of scraps here, so maybe I could just put some... Do I want it at the top or the bottom? See, that's the little bits go in there for... I don't know what that is or why that was in there. Look like a piece of Amazon packaging. Oh, and my printer, oh my gosh. Okay, so my printer, the black cartridge blew up. I have an instant ink program. Blew up and ruined my printer. So I had an older style printer that I absolutely love. So I found one online, rebuilt, refurbished, paid 6 arms and 4 legs for it because I really love my printer. I didn't want to learn a new one. I had tried the 7200 series from HP, hated it, went round and round with the company. They sent me 3 different ones. They were all CRAP. Awful, awful. And so I got this rebuilt one. Well, I went to register it. Well, the technology has changed so much. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, something's going on. Sorry. Got distracted. Sorry, hang on a minute. That's fire, police, and ambulance. accident maybe. Oh, man, what time is it? 1:10. Kids should still be in school, so it's either a fire or an accident. That's not a medical call. That's way too many sirens for a medical call. We get a lot of medical calls up here because there's a lot of retirees in my neighborhood, including us. Oh my. I wonder if hubby has his turned on the scanner. Oh, I like that. It's not white, but it's pretty. What do you guys think? Do you like that? It's different. I want it to be different. You know, from the other ones I did. I don't want them all to be exactly the same. So you have fashionable, you have lace. I'm not liking this. I don't know what it is. Can I get it off? No, I can't get it off. Darn it. Can I? Maybe I could do what's bugging me. I don't like the points on there. I'm reshaping it right on there. All right. There. Oh, so anyway, my printer, I go to register my printer, which is new to me, and they're telling me, well, the new technology doesn't recognize it. And because it was rebuilt, apparently they must have used a non-HP, something non-HP in it. So it would not register. It's not eligible for the Instinct program. And I've had it long enough, because it was a replacement, that I can't return it because it was a rebuilt one. So I just lost a whole lot of money. So I got on Amazon. I don't know. I've ordered another printer. Who knows what I'm going to get? If it's going to work for me or not, I don't know. So I'm very upset because right now I haven't had a printer for a couple weeks, and it's like I can't print anything. I can't do any new projects other than ones I've already been working on. So there's two of them. We have a lace one, we have a fashion, and I don't know what we would call this one. What time do we have? Do we want to work on another one, or should we just call it quits for the day? Oh, I think I'm going to call it quits. I think, I hope that, you know, you get an idea of what you could do with the things that you like to use, whether you're doing botanicals or grunge or, you know, fashionable ladies. If you're doing like the same project that I'm working on, you know, you get an idea of what you could do, you know, to put in there with these playing cards. And definitely we know you can do grungy, because I just did a whole lot of grunge. And I'm like, oh, okay, so accidentally. But, you know, I know I'm going to use them because, A, I have a lot of Christmas to do. And B, you know, I do a lot of the vintage Victorian looks. And actually, I have a project, come to think of it, that I need to finish. And I think I could use a couple of these cards on it. I have one for Chapter 1 papers that I haven't finished. So this one will go on here. And I'm not really sure what... Ooh, that is really crooked. What I would put behind this one, maybe again I see some pale pink back there. That might be a good one for that. I am going to round the corners on that so that kind of goes with the cards better. Yeah, I could see me using maybe one of these little bit, couple of different laces. Maybe not that one. Don't I have any of the pink left? Do I have any of that pink, the light pink left? I might not. Not in a scrap anyway. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there's a little bit. Yeah, I could see me maybe putting these guys under here. Oh, yeah, that might be cool. Here, I said I wasn't going to do this. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not done. You might not want to go away just yet. Up, up, up. Yeah, I kind of wanted to pick out the colors that are in the pieces. That's the right side. These are scraps, obviously. Yeah, that's really cool. I could see me putting that on. and putting this one on. And then putting the ladies on. And maybe some kind of a ruffle at the bottom. And pull that out a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yep. So I see where I would be going with those. I'm going to put this out of the way here. It's kind of causing a shadow for me to get it out. There we go. Hang those up for now. Let me move those off. Boy, I have a mess to clean up when I'm done with this video. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, oh, I have these cute little teacups. I thought I might want to add to this one. Yeah. Look at that. Except it's a little bright, so maybe I'd make it pink or something. So I have those I want to add. And then we'll have to see where it goes. We'll have to see where it goes. I think I'll stop it right here, but that's today's project. And I've shared all of that. I do have one quick more thing if you want to hang in for a second and show you something I purchased for myself on Etsy. I think this is, what's her name? Lisa Philippi. And she made this beautiful journal. And she sent me with the journal, I'm going to move this off just for a minute. She sent me some darling little scraps, which I want to try to reproduce because I think I have so many scraps, it'd be great to have some. She sent me those. And she says she watches me all the time. Hello, sweetie. And she sent me a packet of laces with it. She sent me a pretty card that she wrote me a note in. And she sent me a little Santa sticker. It's cute. And this is her journal that I purchased for myself for my December daily to put my, well, I usually start it usually around Halloween. Anything I do, I take photos. And so what I thought is I would put the photos in here, maybe write little notes or remembrances. She did such a fabulous, and the reason I chose this is because it makes me think of when I was a little girl. And so she's got goodies everywhere. Look at this. I love retro, 1950s, 1960s, maybe even 40s in some of these. It just has that feel that I absolutely love and adore. And so I got this. This is a big card that comes out. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if any of these are copies or originals, but either way, I don't care. Love them. She did such a great, oh gosh, this is just, look at this. I love this. It's got goodies in it. All kinds of goodies. I just had to share this with you. So this is going to be my personal holiday journal. I didn't want to make one this year for myself, so this is going to be all of my memories, and probably not just from this year. What I decided was just to make it a memory journal of Christmases, past and present. I want to print some photos off of my son-in-law who has passed, and my granddaughters and my grandsons and everybody. And I want to put them in here. So this is going to be a memory journal for me. So I just had to mention it. She did a great job. I saw her on Instagram. She actually did a pink one, a pink Christmas. Oh, but I just bought that one, and I really didn't need 2 journals, so I didn't buy it. But that's what I got for myself. So anyway, I do shop and support other journal makers. And she says she watches me all the time and loves my channel. So that's great. So she was thrilled that I loved hers and that I follow her on Instagram religiously. And if she posts, I see, and I try to always comment. So I think that's going to be that one and that one. And that's our set. And I'll finish. Let's see, I still have one. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 4 more ladies to do. Nope, I already did that one. I have 3. I thought there were 7 ladies. I'm missing a lady somewhere. Missing some ladies somewhere. But when I find it, I will go ahead and make all of them. And so that I will have these to put into my portfolio. And then we'll go from there. So I hope you have a super Saturday, a wonderful weekend, and a fabulous week ahead. Take care of yourselves. I love you. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.